being that I'm out of the loop on so many, you know, nobody can really associate with me. That's the other part of blacklisting. You can't really say, I'm associate with Julie Johnson. If you do say that, your phone might not ring. So I am out of the loop a little bit, but I did hear that, and I stay because I don't want to hurt somebody's career by talking to them or being associated with them. That would be terrible. So, but I heard that, I don't know where it was, or written or somewhere in an email or whatever, it was said that one of the groups was starting to improve their image. I thought, oh, how nice. Maybe they're getting finally the picture that if they're going to improve their image, that would be cool.
One of these associations?
Yeah, and I just don't know which one. But I said, whatever association, I was in an email, I think of it. I said, thank you for trying to improve your image. That would be helpful. So, yeah, I mean, I have no doubt that my report that I sent to both places, that opened some eyes, but I don't know if they all really saw it, like the board members. I think it just went to legal.
What about safety standards and, you know, the drug behavior, that kind of stuff that was prevalent earlier? Is that
still there? It's but it's maybe more underground. But you know, we learn from our leaders and our parents, but we don't seem to have any decent parents or leaders or good coaches like my dad was. It's best. I mean, people loved my dad. The young men would always comment on, your dad was the best coach. He treated me like a son. I didn't have a father, blah, 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 blah. Who are we following? What's happening is learned behavior today. These young men that are going to become coordinators 10 years from now, whenever, are learning the same old habits, the same old ways that these stuntmen, they're learning from them. So they think they can be like that. When they grow up, they'll be like them. So we have this vicious circle of bad influences that aren't doing what they should as men, good men. I think they're caught up in all this other power and abusive power that they have, and they abuse it and they get by with it, and so it just continues.
So what course of action do women have if they're feeling harassed on set or discriminated against?
Well, the only thing is a class action lawsuit. Try to find the attorney. Attorneys, that's the difficult, because the Screen Actors Guild is complicit, the producers are complicit, the stuntmen are complicit together, and look at how powerful they are. Look at the money they have. So you got to find an awful good attorney that doesn't care about money, but has a little bit of money to go after them to settle it and to make it right. But again, the attorneys, everybody's all talk and no do, and so we sit in this perpetual cycle of abuse. I'm hoping too at some point that we're going to, the Me Too actresses that have come forward, I happen to have mentioned that on my blog a long time ago. On my blog it's written that where are the actresses? Are they afraid to speak up too? Well, now there's a Me Too movement for the actresses. So hopefully at some point we'll be able to flush out some Me Too stunt women, and they'll come forward. That's all it's going to take, is to have them not be afraid to make the change.
So if you had your ideal audience of who you would like to talk to see change, what would your pitch be? What do you want to see happen?
Well, right now, because I have to decide on another avenue because of the guild, my sights are set right now on Carol Lombardini and whoever's the head of the PGA. That's now, hopefully, I said once I get this off my chest, back, and can walk again, my next attempt is to get them to make a phone call and to see if they will let me see them for 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking. And hopefully they will. They'll give me 15 minutes. That's what I need. Because like I said, trade places with me. Walk in my shoes for 20 years in this business. And not too many women could.
Absolutely.
That can walk in the real deal stuntwoman shoes. Not just myself, but the real deal stuntwoman shoes. And
High heels and all.
that's what's a shame is their silence. They have to be silent, and that's wrong. That's where my roster comes in, because the roster will cure that. It's not just stuntmen coming in. The stuntmen for years and years, and it's been ever since they got all that power as coordinators and control hiring, they pimp these girls in under the guise of stunt women. And they scoff up all sorts of contracts from the guild for doing nothing. Well, they do some things, but basically they're not stunt women. They're not the one. That's what I said before. They know who to hire when they need skill and timing. They know who to hire when they want to play. That doesn't service our industry well. I want to see the best of the best. I want to see diversity. I want to be able to go to that, if I'm coordinating that roster and I say, okay, I need an African-American motorcycle girl, I need an Asian motorcycle girl, I need a white motorcycle girl, I need a Chicano motorcycle girl. I want to be able to go there and say, wow, I got a pick of lots of ways to go, and they're all there because they're good. So I can pick anybody, size that I need, anything. They're there. And that will ensure this industry that they're getting the best of the best.